The Subaru Forester might be the best car for retirees in 2026. The car you buy when you retire is probably the most consequential financial decision you will make in your first year of retirement. Not because of the purchase price, because of what it costs you every single month after that. Repair bills, insurance premiums, fuel, depreciation. On a fixed income, a bad car does not just cost you money, it costs you options. And options are exactly what retirement is supposed to give you more of. Most retirees make one of two mistakes. They buy the car they always wanted, the reward for decades of hard work, or they stick with what they always drove, out of habit and loyalty. Both of those are emotionally driven decisions, and emotionally driven car decisions on a fixed income tend to be expensive ones. Today, I am counting down 9 cars that protect your wallet and minimize your total cost of ownership. These cars were, in several cases, quietly engineered with your exact needs in mind, even though nobody marketed them that way. AARP frequently recommends vehicles with these exact characteristics for their members. Stay until the end, because the bonus segment exposes 2 cars that look like the perfect retirement reward, but will drain your accounts quietly for years. Number 1 on this list might genuinely surprise you. Let us get into it. At number 9, we have the 2019 to 2020 Buick LaCrosse. And the reason it is on this list is something almost nobody talks about. General Motors discontinued the LaCrosse in the United States after 2019. And here is what that decision accidentally created for smart buyers. Because GM stopped making it, almost nobody under 55 wants one. Dealerships do not advertise it. The used car algorithms do not surface it. And that means you can find low mileage examples for a price that would be embarrassing for a car with this level of ride quality. Here is what those low prices are hiding. The LaCrosse was engineered specifically for quiet, cushioned, long-distance comfort. The suspension was tuned to absorb road noise and smooth out imperfections. Cabin insulation in upper trims rivals vehicles costing $15,000 to $20,000 more. The doors open wide. The seat entry height is nearly perfect. You sit down, you do not lower yourself. On Genesis owner forums, drivers who tested both the LaCrosse and the Genesis G80, a car that starts around $50,000, said the Buick rode smoother on rough pavement. At used prices, it is not even a close comparison. If you want silence, comfort, and a car that simply gets out of your way, the LaCrosse is the best kept secret in the used market right now. Coming in at number 8 is a car that is going to sound completely wrong at first. Stick with me because the data here is genuinely surprising. The 2020 to 2023 Kia Soul was designed for buyers aged 18 to 35. That was the plan. What actually happened is that a loyal community of older drivers quietly claimed it as their own. On the Bogleheads Financial Forum, a community known for some of the most disciplined and unemotional money decisions you will find anywhere, retirees recommend the Soul to each other constantly. Why? Because the boxy shape that looks young is actually ergonomically excellent for older drivers. That tall, upright roofline means exceptional headroom. The seating position means you step in and sit down. Not crouch, not climb. Visibility in every direction is outstanding. The controls are simple and physical. And the 2-liter engine is naturally aspirated and port injected, which means fewer long-term reliability risks than turbocharged alternatives. Now, Kia discontinued the Soul after the 2025 model year, so this is a used car buy only. But that actually strengthens the case. Let someone else absorb the early depreciation and pick one up a couple of years old with an established reliability record and cheap, widely available parts. The Soul was never the flashiest car in the lot. That is exactly why it belongs here. At number 7, we have the 2022 to 2025 Mazda CX-5. And I want you to pay attention to this one because it exposes something the automotive industry does not advertise. About 10 years ago, Mazda made a quiet, strategic decision. They stopped competing on price and started competing on quality. The result is a vehicle producing interiors that genuinely rival cars, costing $15,000 to $20,000 more, while keeping reliability at the top of its class. RepairPal gives the CX-5 a reliability score of 4.5 out of 5, among the highest in its segment. J.D. Power consistently ranks Mazda above average in their vehicle dependability study. And here is the thing most buyers miss. Unlike many competitors, the CX-5 uses a traditional 6-speed automatic transmission, not a continuously variable transmission. Continuously variable transmissions are smooth when new. They are also expensive to replace as vehicles age. The CX-5's conventional automatic has been around long enough that its failure patterns are well understood and affordable to fix at any independent shop, not just a dealer. Insurance companies treat it like a regular car, not a luxury vehicle. That means you are not paying European brand premiums for a machine that is statistically far more reliable. The interior is genuinely premium. Soft touch materials, available Napa leather, a driver-focused layout. It does not feel like an economy car that got dressed up. You get the experience of a luxury vehicle and the running costs of a practical one. That combination is rarer than it sounds. Now, number 6 is the one most people skip over immediately. And those people are making a very expensive mistake. The 2021 to 2025 Toyota Sienna became hybrid only, starting with the 2021 model year. That makes it the only minivan in America sold exclusively with a hybrid powertrain. The official fuel economy rating is 36 miles per gallon combined. The Honda Odyssey averages around 22. That gap compounds over years of driving. On a fixed income, it adds up to thousands of dollars. But here is what almost nobody mentions, and it matters more than the fuel economy. The power sliding doors on the Sienna are genuinely transformative for anyone with shoulder, wrist, or arm mobility concerns. You tap a button and the door opens. You did not twist. You did not reach. You did not pull. Over hundreds of trips across years of ownership, that is a meaningful and cumulative reduction in physical strain. The Sienna also has one of the quietest cabins in the minivan segment, available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 8 passengers. NHTSA awarded the 2024 Sienna a 5-star overall safety rating. On owner forums, the pattern repeats without exception. People who traded their Sienna for a modern crossover came back saying it was the wrong move. The Sienna does not compete on image, it competes on function. And that is exactly the competition that matters in retirement. If you are finding this useful, hit subscribe right now. We break down the real numbers behind major financial decisions like this one every week. It takes 2 seconds. Now, here is where the list gets genuinely interesting, because number 5 comes with something no other car on this list offers. At number 5, we have the 2022 to 2025 Genesis GV70. And before you move past it, I want you to hear what Genesis ownership actually includes, because most people have no idea. Genesis includes complimentary scheduled maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, covered entirely by Genesis. They also include a service valet program, confirmed on Genesis's own website. Genesis picks up your car from your home or office for any scheduled service. They provide a loaner vehicle while yours is being worked on. Then they return it to you when done. If you have ever sat in a dealership waiting room for 2 hours for a routine oil change, think carefully about what it would mean to never do that again. For a retiree managing time, effort, and mobility, that is not a perk. That is an ownership model designed around your actual life. The GV70 also carries a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That is the longest offered by any mainstream manufacturer. It ranked above Lexus, BMW, and Mercedes in multiple independent evaluations of the best luxury crossovers for older drivers in 2024. And here is the financial angle nobody talks about. Genesis depreciates faster than Lexus in the first 2 to 3 years. If you buy one 2 years old, you get near new luxury, a warranty with most of its life remaining, and a dramatically lower price. That is not a compromise. That is a strategy. But wait, because number 4 contains a counterintuitive truth about hybrid vehicles that changes the math entirely. Most people assume hybrids are designed for long-distance commuters. They are not. The electric motor in a hybrid does its most efficient work in stop-and-go, low-speed conditions. That is exactly the errands, appointments, and local trips that make up the majority of life in retirement. Someone commuting 80 miles a day on a highway gets a modest gain from a hybrid. Someone doing short local trips gets a substantial one. Most retirees are in the second category without realizing it. That is why the 2023 to 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid is at number 4. Honda Sensing, the suite of collision warning, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control, comes standard. It is consistently rated as one of the most intuitive driver assist systems to actually live with. It works the way you expect it to. The seating height sits in the zone that makes getting in and out easiest. Not too low, not too high. And because the regenerative braking system handles much of the stopping work electronically, physical brake pads wear dramatically slower than on a conventional vehicle. Over 5 years of ownership, that is a real and measurable difference in what you spend. At number 3, we have the 2022 to 2025 Lexus ES Hybrid. And yes, it appears on almost every retirement vehicle list published in the last decade. There is a reason for that. And the reason is not brand recognition. The Lexus ES shares its platform and major mechanical components with the Toyota Camry. That means every independent mechanic in the country can work on it without specialty tools. You are paying for Lexus refinement. You are not paying Lexus service prices for routine maintenance. That gap between the experience of ownership and the cost of ownership is exactly what makes the ES worth examining seriously. The cabin is engineered around one specific priority: quiet. Not performance, not sportiness, quiet. The difference is apparent within 5 minutes of driving one. Multiple long-term owners document going past 80,000 miles on original brake pads, thanks to regenerative braking, reducing mechanical wear. For a car you plan to keep for a decade, that alone changes the total cost of ownership calculation. Now we are in the top 2, and this is where most people are going to be genuinely surprised, because number 2 has a reputation that is 10 years out of date. The 2025 Toyota Camry is now hybrid only in the United States. Toyota dropped the gasoline option entirely, confirmed in Toyota's own press release from April of 2024. The base trim returns an official fuel economy rating of 51 miles per gallon combined. Even the performance trim with all-wheel drive returns 44 miles per gallon combined. That is not a refinement of the old Camry. That is a completely different financial proposition. And for the first time in Camry history, all-wheel drive is available across every single trim level. Not just the expensive ones, every Camry. For retirees in winter climates who previously had to choose between Camry reliability and actual traction, that changes everything. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is also now standard on every Camry. It includes intersection support, detecting vehicles crossing your path at junctions. That is one of the most statistically common collision scenarios for older drivers, starting under $30,000, serviced by any shop in any city, backed by 4 decades of documented reliability data. The boring label belonged to a different car. This one has earned a second look. And at number 1, we have the 2024 to 2025 Subaru Forester. I want to start not with the headline, but with what is underneath it, because the headline almost misses the point. Consumer Reports named Subaru the most reliable automotive brand overall for 2025, and the Forester its top-rated compact crossover. IIHS named the 2024 Forester a top safety pick. That is the headline. Here is what almost nobody in car media says out loud. The Forester has one of the largest glass areas of any compact crossover on the road. The front pillars are thinner than almost every competitor. The windows are taller. Rear and side visibility are exceptional in a class where most vehicles have quietly made them worse in the name of styling. For an older driver whose peripheral vision or neck mobility has changed, that is not a cosmetic detail. That is a meaningful safety difference every single time you drive. Eyesight. Subaru's collision prevention, adaptive cruise, and lane centering system comes standard on most Forester trims. It has been in continuous development since 2008. It is one of the most tested systems available at this price point. But here is the detail that almost nobody knows. Subaru runs a mobility assist program that reimburses owners up to $1,000 for adaptive equipment or vehicle modifications needed due to physical limitations. Hand controls, pedal extensions, swivel seats. That program is buried in Subaru's ownership documentation and almost never appears in reviews. It is a real program. It represents real money, and it is designed for exactly the person watching this video. Standard all-wheel drive on every Forester. A simple, proven, naturally aspirated engine, easy entry and exit. And a community of long-term owners who have documented everything about these vehicles exhaustively for anyone willing to look. The Forester is not glamorous. At this point in the list, glamorous was never the goal. Now it is time for the 2 cars you need to avoid, and both of them are going to sting, because they are exactly the vehicle's retirement is supposed to feel like. The first is the Range Rover. CarEdge aggregates data from millions of vehicle ownership records. They put the Range Rover's maintenance and repair cost over its first 10 years at approximately $19,749. That is roughly $7,300 above the luxury crossover average. There is also a 51% chance it will require a major repair in that window. That is more than 12 percentage points worse than comparable luxury vehicles. The air suspension systems and electrical architecture that make a Range Rover feel extraordinary when new become the source of extraordinary bills when the warranty expires. Mechanics who specialize in Land Rover products are not common. The ones who exist charge accordingly. There is a version of the Range Rover story where it is the reward you earned. That version leaves out the part where the reward keeps billing you every year after you buy it. The second is the Cadillac Escalade. The 6.2-liter engine powering the Escalade uses a cylinder deactivation system called active fuel management. It has produced well-documented hydraulic valve lifter failures across the 2021, 2022, and 2023 model years. General Motors has issued multiple technical service bulletins acknowledging the problem. Class action lawsuits have been filed. Owners describe failures before 50,000 miles. On top of that, the Escalade averages 15 to 16 miles per gallon. That is a significant recurring cost on a fixed income. CarEdge puts its 10-year maintenance cost at approximately $14,400, nearly $2,000 above the luxury crossover average. The Escalade looks like the American dream of a retirement vehicle. For too many buyers, it becomes an expensive lesson in why brand loyalty is not a maintenance plan. Here is the thread that connects every car on this list. None of them ask you to sacrifice comfort, capability, or dignity. What they ask is that you ignore the cars sold on image and choose the cars built on substance. Those are not the same cars. They rarely are. The Subaru Forester will not turn heads at a stoplight, but it will start every morning. It will give you a clearer view of the road than almost anything else in its class. It will cost you less to own over 10 years than most alternatives. And it will do all of that without ever asking for your attention. That is what this stage of life actually deserves. Not a car that impresses people for 30 seconds, a car that earns its place every single day. If this video gave you a different way to think about your next purchase, subscribing takes 2 seconds and means you will never miss one of these breakdowns again. Drop a comment below. Tell us what car you bought when you retired or what you are seriously considering. We read every single comment